Day 8 warm up. The table shows interest owed for a home improvement loan based on how long it takes to pay off the loan. So we've got a chart down here. Okay, so the interest rate is going to vary based on how long the person needs to borrow the money. This is a real life situation. Normally, the longer that you need to use somebody else's money, like the bank, or a mortgage company, or whoever you borrow money from, the longer you need to borrow that money, the higher the interest rate you're going to pay. They want to make more money. If you're going to keep their money for 18 months, you're going to pay a higher interest rate than if you borrow their money for 6 months. So we're having to use this chart down here to find our interest rate. So A, what is the simple interest owed on $900? So if you borrow $900 for 9 months, what is the amount of the simple interest? And then once we find that, then we're going to find the total that would need to be repaid on the loan. So anybody know how we're going to find interest? The amount of interest. Anybody tell me? If you remember, we did that whole little worksheet on interest, and it's interest over principal, right? Or the amount borrowed, or the amount you deposit. Interest over principal equals what? Percent over 100. So that's what we're going to do. So the principal is $900. That's what we are borrowing. Do we need the interest rate over 100? The interest rate is not written up here, but how long are we going to borrow it? 9 months. So let's look down here. What's the interest rate that we are going to be charged when we borrow for 9 months? 2.9%. 2.9%. Okay? Then what do? Cross multiply in the direction that you know two numbers. Do I need to use the percent sign? No. When you divide by 100, that's the same thing as putting a percent sign in. Okay? So 900 times 2.9, and we get 2,610. So this way, 2,610. What do I need to do now? Divide by 100. And we get $26.10. Is that our answer? Is that the answer for how much interest we're going to owe for 9 months? Remember, interest, when we do this, we're finding the interest, the amount per year, right? So if we were to borrow it for a whole year, it would be that much. But it's not a whole year. How long are we borrowing it? 9 months. Can we go from 1 year to 9 months? In a proportion? You could do 3/4 of a year, but if I want to keep my units the same, money, and I want to go to 9 months, so what needs to be over here? Months, 12 months. 1 year is the same thing as 12 months. So it's $26.10 for 12 months. Now, can I solve for 9 months? Yes, what do? Cross multiply this way. And you get 234.9 to 34.9. Do you think this is going to be higher or lower than $26.10? It should be lower, right? If it's this much for 12 months, it should be lower for 9 months because that's less time. Divided by 12. And you get, that seems like a problem with money. What do we need to do? Round to the nearest hundredth. So I need to round to the nearest penny here. What does this 5 tell the 7 do? To go up to an $19.58 for 9 months. So, what is the simple interest owed on $900 for 9 months? It is $19.58. Make sure money has a dollar sign. And if you have any digits after the decimal place, how many has to be there? 2, exactly 2. Not 1, not 3. You either have no digits with money or you have 2 digits, right? Okay, what is the total that would need to be repaid on this loan? So at the end of the loan, when someone has paid it back, how much is the total they will have to give back? Do they only have to pay them back $19.58? Cooper? Yes, you have to pay back the $900, and you also have to pay back the $19.58. So he added those together, $900 plus $19.58. All right, questions about that one? Everybody's got that written on their paper. So B and C are similar. The principal on B is $2,500. We're borrowing for 18 months, so you're going to come down here and find your interest rate down here. And are you going to need to do 1 proportion or 2 proportions? Just like in the first one, first you're going to have to find the amount of interest. And then you'll know that for 1 year, so then you'll go to 18 months. Answer both questions on that one. And look down here on C. I see some of you have gone ahead and you're moving without me, and I think I'm saying things you probably need to hear. C, what is the simple interest that is accrued on $5,600 for 6 months? That's also 2 proportions to solve that one. How much will the homeowner repay on this loan? There's not a line, but draw a line. That's 2 questions on that one as well. So you've got 4 questions to answer on your own. When you get done, get up, take it to the teacher that does your grading. They're going to check and make sure it's all done. You're going to get a grade. You'll get this paper back. You're going to have a quiz on some of these questions, maybe not all of them, but some of them in the next couple of days. I would not throw this paper away because you might be told you can use this paper on the quiz to be able to look back. Okay? Make sure that when you go take this up to have it graded, you do not have any missing questions, any missing days. Don't say, well, I was absent that day. Well, we have this little thing called makeup work. So you should have made it up. One person today didn't have a word over here with how many customers prefer. And so he got a 99 instead of a 100, and then he was mad about it, and he slammed his paper down, and he's like, well, this is stupid, and like over 1 point. Has it been clear since the beginning of the school year that word problems have words in the answer? Yes. So I won that argument, in case y'all were wondering how that went. Okay, questions? So make sure this is done in full before you go turn it in. I'm still talking. Y'all are still listening. I see what y'all are doing. I like that you're working. Make sure that you have picked up the study guide for the test. So tomorrow we'll review this study guide. We don't have school on Monday. Tuesday we're going to start Unit 4. Wednesday is the school-wide writing test. So you won't have math on Wednesday. Thursday, you will take your test. So you're getting the study guide today, and in a week you'll have a test next Thursday. So today, while you're working on the study guide, I am not giving people help on the study guide. A study guide is for you to say, if I was taking this test today, how would I do? You need to treat it as a practice test. You can use your journal. You can use a calculator. If you need help reading a question, get up and see a teacher. If you need help maybe figuring out where something is in your journal, walk up with your journal and we'll help you find that. But what I'm not going to do is tell you how to solve a problem today. Questions about what we're doing today? Okay, get going.